Niall, you require
And this might be the final shot. The 57 is open. Double top. Niall Culleton is here to play on Wednesday, and he's caused chaos for Tommy the Gun, because now he's only got 4 games remaining to close a 2-point gap between himself and Gilbert van der Meijden. Looks like Tommy Morris is going to have to wait for favours, particularly from Rhys Robinson in Game 2, who takes on Gilbert. But Niall Culleton, his best winning average of the week, because that's only his 2nd win. Congratulations to him. When we come back, it will be Robinson against Gilbert, and he can open up a 4-point cushion in that battle for Group B.
It could be van der Meijden who's producing the fireworks. Well, he doesn't need to go the bull route, all sense.
No
What's
score.
he doing?
He was going for the ton.
What's he doing?
He thinks it's funny, but that was leg suicide.
Gilbert hasn't.
25.
And that's a win for Rhys Robinson, but it's also a win
Rhys Robinson
for Tommy Morris, because having lost his opener, he could have found himself 4 points behind the Dutchman. Instead, he remains as you were at the start of the day after Robinson inflicts a defeat after winning 4 straight legs from 2-0 behind in that one. But the one you've all been waiting for is coming up next. It is the top of the table tie between the 2 players tied on points at the summit of this Super Series group. Henderson meets Harrison after this break.
You've got to change your thinking and your confidence and your positivity with your own play.
Harrison so a little positive at the end of legs.
Shot on the 3rd leg. Andreas Harrison.
Even though the doubling stats are not great for him, he's given himself chances, hasn't he, on big checkouts. It might not be a 2 treble visit, it might be a 2 double visit.
He's already done it this week. He's now done it twice. He's showing the world how to take 140 out with 2 double tops.
As well, so financially there's a reward. John Henderson, though, still staking his claim to be that Group A winner. That run ends here, but he does leave himself perfectly placed.
John will feel that the game is gone now. He's got to make peace with that in his own mind, but he must get to a finish just in case Harrison has
92.
any sort of trouble on the outer ring to win the match.
And he can use that. He does use it. And Andreas Harrison gets the better of John Henderson in what could prove to be the pivotal point of Group A. The reigning Modus Super Series champion gets a head start on Henderson today. A 4-3 win, an average just north of 90 from the Swede, who took out that 140 with 2 tops for the 2nd time this week. Henderson now will have to hope for a slip-up somewhere from Harrison, but that hasn't looked likely. He carries on this fantastic winning run in this group with that victory over his title rival. It's a run that actually stretches all the way back to what his 2nd game on Monday. He's playing really, really well, and he's looking like the man to beat. Coming up next, it is a battle at the other end of the table. Niall Culleton takes on Rhys Robinson. Brilliant.
180.
We spoke in his previous match about how he throws the darts in terms of the grip of the dart changing, but he does mix it up in terms of pace as well, doesn't he, Rhys Robinson?
Yeah, he's a mixed bag of lollies.
Require 106.
That's an Aussie way of saying mixed bag of sweets, by the way. Double 16.
Game
and every time he gets it right, you think, well, how can he get it wrong? And right now,
60.
He's trying to speed it up a little bit and make sure that he really attacks there. But Culleton is looking to force a decider.
Game shot on the 6th flag.
Which he does.
Niall Culleton.
Doesn't look comfortable, does he? Doesn't look happy at all here, Rhys Robinson.
Final leg, it's Niall to throw first.
It's hard work. Day 3. He's playing in his 12th match of the week. Gun.
Well, speaking of the gun, Tommy Morris mentioned before, didn't he, had a broken wrist a couple of years ago, and
121.
he's had to bounce back from that, and it's
Now
one of the
we
reasons
record
why he's a bit more deliberate
116.
on the doubles.
Chance to win the match on tops.
Game
And he's done
shot
just
of
that.
the match.
He
No
leaves the arm out
Culleton.
there, and he leaves Rhys Robinson in no man's land in the table, because now he does have a little bit of company on 6 points in the shape of Culleton. However, he will remain at the bottom of the table because of his leg difference. Tommy Morris has now got that 4-point cushion still, and he's going to take on Hendo in game 5, which is arguably more important for Hendo than it is for Tommy. Argument for bullseye with the last dart, but with Tommy's position, he thought it was prudent to go for the 57. However, things might change.
180.
How quick was that
162.
from Morris?
Game
Brilliant.
shot on the fifth leg.
Expert
John
use of the
Henderson.
dartboard from John Henderson. However, Tommy Morris is now throwing.
I remember a game we had here with Ross Montgomery against David Evans. My word,
140.
that was
Record
off the
42.
charts. It was something fairly similar to this.
Game
But
shot
this
on the
one's going the
sixth leg.
distance, and
John
this one is
Henderson.
about half the length of the previous match. This group could change in the next 10 seconds.
Double 18.
Game
Henderson
shot
hits.
and the match.
Henderson wins.
John Henderson.
And despite the darting defiance of Tommy Morris in that game, the Classic is won by the Highlander, who averaged in that match an astonishing 107.15. He hit 4 out of 6 of his double attempts, including that match-winning 113. He reels off 3 straight to turn things around against Tommy Morris, who now will have to battle it out to get into the Group B positions. But John Henderson, with the 3rd highest average of the series so far, is back level with Andreas Harrison. That will change, or could change next, if Harrison gets the better of Gilbert van der Meijden.
Yes.
Andreas requires 16.
What an invitation for the Swede to be the first player to 20 points in the table. The win streak is now 9. If he makes it 10, we are running the risk that he might not be caught. But the man in Swedish colours is flying the flag for himself and for his country brilliantly here this week with another really decent performance. Over 92 the average. The checkouts were excellent as well. And now we turn our attention back to Hendo as he takes on Niall Culleton at the start of round 3 on Wednesday. This is for Niall's first ton plus checkout of this game. What a time it would be to get it.
And he does get it.
Niall
It's heartbreak
Culleton.
for Henderson, whose chances of winning this group are now hanging by a thread, because Niall Culleton, having lost all of his games yesterday, has won all of his games so far today. It was still a strong showing from the Scotsman, an average of 98 and change, 3 out of 5 on the doubles. Nothing wrong with his performance, but Culleton managed to get the job done. 4 out of 9 for him. That 118 checkout, winning the match and keeping that winning streak alive. And Andreas Harrison is looking to keep an even bigger winning streak alive. He will make it 10 in a row if he gets a better of Rhys Robinson, and if he does that, he will be 4 points clear at the top of the table. Neil's the magician, he's on it.
Has it genuinely got gravy on it? I shouldn't be surprised, really. You are from Yorkshire. Oh, double top for a 127 the other way.
Game shot on the second
Different
leg.
gravy from Andreas Harrison. The 127.
112 again.
Andreas record 121.
Oh, look. It's 121 the other way. And he's only gone and hit it because this time the average is even better against Rhys Robinson. It's 113.43. Just when you think you've figured out his ceiling, he just goes up another notch. And that's not even his best effort here at the Modo Super Series. He's gone as high as 117. Well, 4 out of 5 and the 113 average. And he's almost there, isn't he? because his leg difference over John Henderson now is 10 better. That could be too much for Henderson to bridge. But before we get back to the top of the table in round number 4, we'll have a game between Tommy Morris and Gilbert van der Meijden, which is huge to see who gets into Thursday and Friday night. Order of merit, Will get a tour card for the next couple of years and a spot at the World Championship as well.
180.
Christian currently is second in that list.
98.
There are other players chasing, like Andy Bolton, Connor Scott, Wesley Plazier, and John Henderson.
140. Tommy, record 170.
Tommy's turn for a big fish opportunity, but nothing bites.
85. We require 81.
This game's getting quicker by the second. Double 18 again.
63.
He didn't have the
Tommy
option of
require
splitting nines this
85.
time. It's double 5 for Tommy and the lead to protect his own throw.
Game
Very,
shot
very
of
good.
fifth leg. Tommy Morris.
Working hard today without any points.
But may not get the time to make that point.
Tommy requires
Because Tommy
48.
Morris has a real opportunity now to seal the deal. Double 16 to do so. And
Game
Morris
shot
is
of
the
the
man.
match.
And he
Tommy
now
Morris.
occupies third place. The first win of the day for the gun. The third defeat from 3 to Gilbert van der Meijden. Meaning that with those nice new flights and stems, Tommy Morris is making good progress and may well have just got the result he needed to secure a Group B position. The doubling was the problem for van der Meijden in that one, just 2 out of 10 for him, with Morris hitting half of his attempts, including that 85 and the 48 to win the match. Morris then wins that one. Now attention turns back to the top of the table, and John Henderson must win to keep his hopes alive. He takes on Rhys Robinson next. First,
John record 125.
That was like a Popeye conversation, wasn't it? Oh, that's a great miss.
Rhys Robinson's going to walk off stage if this goes in. Oh,
Game shot in the
what a
second
sucker punch
leg.
that is.
John Henderson.
Well, the reaction
John to
from
go first.
Rhys Robinson is pretty similar to the one that we had from Paul Nicholson alongside me.
Tighten it up, Rhys.
No
Oh, my.
score.
And you know that John's going to hit this 106
John
now.
require 106.
You know it. He knows it. Rhys Robinson certainly knows it.
Game shot in the fourth leg.
That is just the
John
way
Henderson.
the week has gone for Robinson. So here goes Hendo trying to close out that much-needed victory. Has to win to keep up the heat on Harrison. There is a possibility that
137.
something will definitely be decided in match 12 when Harrison meets Tommy Morris. Dependent on the outcome of this game and the next one, when Gilbert van der Meijden
134.
needs to respond
John
against
require
the
58.
so far unbeaten Niall Culleton. Henderson
Game shot
completes
of the
this one,
match.
and he does it
John Henderson.
flawlessly to floor Rhys Robinson. Did not miss a dart at double in the game, including that brilliant bullseye bailout for the 125. Having missed the bull and 25 with the first dart, he rescued it treble 20 and bull after hitting the 15, and he didn't miss at all on the outer ring. That has been typical of Rhys Robinson's week. He had the higher average in the game, but he's beaten 4-1, and that result, of course, means that there'll be no Andreas Harrison coronation. He will have to go and win at least one of his last 2 matches. He takes on Tommy Morris in a couple of games' time, but before that, Gilbert van der Meijden will take on Niall Culleton. So
Niall
this
requires
for
76.
the whitewash win, and for a 4th win from 4 matches, inflicting a 4th defeat from 4 on his opponent, and that's what Culleton claims.
Niall
It is a
Culleton.
disastrous day for the Dutchman here. Gilbert van der Meijden goes down, and not only does he lose the match, but he takes an absolute hammering in terms of his leg difference. And that all augurs well for Tommy Morris. Culleton is perfect today. What a run from him. Still not out of the question, of course, that he could climb above Gilbert van der Meijden by the end of the day. But Tommy Morris in action next, looking to try and make that Group B spot his own. However, his opponent, Andreas Harrison, who will win the group if he wins a match. Stay tuned. Can he make the 1-2-4 his new thing?
Game
It's a
shot
sure
the
thing
four flag.
for Andreas Harrison, who
Harrison.
just picks it off like it is the easiest thing in the world.
And Harrison gets
Andreas
his
should
fortune.
require 20. Game shot and the match.
The title
Andreas
defence
Harrison.
is on course. Andreas Harrison, the Series 7 champion, is through to finals night.
He's not in a charitable mood, obviously. 150's on. 3 times?
125.
I don't see no lady.
Johnny require 98.
Is it there from Gilbert? So it should be at least one dart to keep the match alive. He's going to be under it. Because here comes Hendo. With a bullseye.
170. Gilbert requires 69.
Oh, and there are contrasting explanations. You're going to like this.
Game shot
And on the
fifth
bullseye,
flag.
it's the right time to
Gilbert van der
talk
Meijden.
about it. So there is one theory, Paul, that the term originated actually in archery, not in
Okay,
darts.
John to throw first.
Playing like a wild dog. I mean that in a good way, by the way. I mean that in a good way as well.
180. Gilbert requires
Pressure with a
68.
capital P. And that pressure has already shown. Oh, but that's an
Game
excellent
shot and the
rescue.
match.
Gilbert van der Meijden asks the question of Tommy Morris by beating John Henderson, and in doing so, he moves back into third place in the table. There are the stats. Henderson actually had an average of 10 points higher than Gilbert van der Meijden, but it is a Dutchman who returns to the top 3. He will stay there if Rhys Robinson can beat Tommy Morris. That all-important encounter is coming up next.
I'd still back him. Even if it's Group C. Double 11.
Maybe this is going to indicate why.
Game
That's why.
shot in the
2-0.
second leg. Tommy Morris.
But I think it's a really good Group C.
Through that process, he's probably put the sweatband on to protect it, and it's stayed there ever since. You don't see many dart players.
180.
Well, that was a little bit of everything, wasn't it? A bit of Rhys Robinson, bit of Usain Bolt, bit of Ian White.
And again, Morris is, while he sees the funny side, he's got to be very careful not to get dragged into the theatre that Rhys Robinson is providing here.
180.
What's happening here? This may be the funniest 9-darter that we've ever seen in Portsmouth. Come on, Rhys. How do you want to do it then?
41.
Come on, Mr. Darts. Let's see if you can do it something different.
It would have been the most celebrated 9-dart finish
46.
in the history of the game.
He had a chance to do the Russian way there. He could have gone 57-34 bull.
I just want to know what he'd have done if he'd hit it,
195.
because he'd already severely celebrated both maximums. I think we'd have seen, for the first time at the Super Series, a player actually leave the stage in celebration. May celebrate again here.
Game shot in the fourth
There we
leg.
go.
Rhys Robinson.
Rhys Robinson flying.
Fifth leg, it's Tommy to throw first.
You
Game
can
on.
only laugh. See
Tommy
that.
require 84.
And that's the right time to do it.
Game shot and
There
the
we go.
match.
Finally, he can release
Tommy
fire.
Morris.
After seeing off Rhys Robinson in an entertaining game, Robinson turned on the style. But it's all smiles and a big embrace at the end for the pair of them. Because Tommy the Gun Morris, in winning that marvellous match, what an entertaining encounter it was.
I fear for that treble 20 now. Takes his anger out on it.
190.
Second maximum of the game. Even when he's missing 10 darts at a double, he's still averaging over 91.
Well, what he's going to do here, Paul, having missed 7 darts at double 18, he's going to hit it at the end of a
100.
9-dart leg. You heard it here first.
Oh, what's going on?
71.
If there's a God, let it happen. I want to see Andreas do the impossible. This could be a world first.
Is he thinking about it, or is it
95.
57?
Andreas, you require 150.
There's one. Oh, Andreas.
Just the fact that he went for it.
Well, that's not him, is it? That is not him. But he almost did what would have been the most incredible leg you've ever seen on any dartboard anywhere.
85.
Oh, so close. Connor Scott tried it. Andreas Harrison has gone one closer. Now that tells me that maybe conversations have been had in the practice room about
94.
what's possible here this
Andreas
week.
requires 65.
He's a cheeky sausage, isn't he? Back to business.
On the 5th leg. Andreas Harrison.
Well, that's one of the best 12 darters you'll ever see. To 12.
This time he finds a double 18 to get a go at tops.
Game
And Andreas
shot
Harrison
events.
turns on the style
Andreas Harrison.
as he completes another successful Group A campaign. The reigning and defending Modus Super Series champion wins the group in style. He's through to finals night once again, and the title defence is well and truly on. And in that match, he almost produced the greatest leg of darts that anyone would have ever witnessed. 180, 171, and then went for 3 balls for the 9-darter, got the first, but the fun ended there. The fun doesn't stop for today. We are going to assess all of the action in a moment and hear from the new darting maverick that is Andreas Harrison. Stay tuned.
Andreas, congratulations. Group A champion. What a stunning 3 days you've had. Just sum up how you're feeling for us right now.
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's better than I thought.
That final game, we have to ask you, almost the greatest leg we'd ever seen. 180, 171, and then going for the 3 balls. When did you decide you were going to go that route?
Yeah, if I started with 180, I'm gonna go for it. I think. Yeah. I thought about it. Yeah, when Gilbert tried the 150, I said if I got a shot, I'm gonna go for it.
We've seen Gilbert try it. We've seen Reese try it. Everyone's trying it. Was there talk in the practice room about the 150 and the 3 balls?
Yeah. It's been a thought about it. Yeah, talk about it. Yeah.
You're on a great winning run here. 12 games unbeaten, the current champion. You must feel unbeatable on that stage at the moment.
No, I don't. No, but yeah, I was. Everyone is a great player, so yeah, I don't feel unbeatable, but I feel good.
And looking ahead to Saturday night, are you now dreaming of defending that crown? Because you've done the first part, you've got to finals night to give yourself a chance.
Yeah, of course I'm dreaming about it. Yeah, but yeah, it's Saturday night. It's hard. I would just try to do my best and see how it goes.
Well, Andreas, thank you very much, and we'll see you on Saturday night.